Just Read Theory leftists need a rebrand, and stick with me. This is coming from a good place because I want people to understand radical theory as much as possible. But the phrase, just read theory, is not compelling, right? Because most Americans don't read. Myself included, by the way, I don't habitually read. Even though I do have, like, a degree, I studied law and I read theory. And not only is this a problem that we won't solve in time for people fighting fascists, but we also don't have to. Because while media literacy is low, media consumption is incredibly high. And people engage with incredibly complex discussions and ideas every day when they are scrolling, listening to podcasts, watching articles, whatever the fuck. And if we very simply shift from just read theory to here's some content I really enjoyed, you should watch it, which people I think intend to do, but there are certain circles within leftist discussions where the theory nerds are addicted to reading, which is fine for you, but if you're trying to bring people in, that's not how you do it. And there are a bunch of critiques here. I think a lot of that is coming from built-in elitism and undeconstructed elitism, where we idealize reading and the academia ivory tower. And we idealize historical figures, which we probably should, but there is no reason we have to engage with them through what they wrote, rather than, for example, a long video reading out what they wrote, or interpreting what they wrote, or a podcast going through it. Because, for example, so that's my basic critique. Just point them to content, which I think a lot of you intend to do, but when you open with just read theory or let's read theory, and then you secondarily go with accessibility, people inherently feel otherized and feel separated from what you're doing and demeaned in a way that shouldn't be done in leftist circles, especially when people are genuinely trying to understand it. So that's the basic ask. And if you're going to try and elitism me, I mean, I have a degree from an elite university studying law, reading theory. I'm not doing this because I can or because I'm lazy. I'm like just one of the many, many Americans that doesn't really enjoy sitting down and reading a book. And so telling me to be a good leftist, I have to sit down and read a book as opposed to watch a video essay or listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook is not going to work, and you will never win that. Second of all, if you want to think about this and like learn how to better propagate propaganda, how do the Christians do it? Do they just say go read the Bible? Yeah, many of them do, but they also have podcasts and Bible studies where they separate the Bible into really small little bits. And they also have a shit ton of wandering preachers that will go and say it. Where are the leftist preachers? That's kind of what I'm doing here, right? But if I was a Just Read Theory guy, my call to action would be not pray, but go read. And I don't love that. So yeah, Just Read Theory nerds, just change your demand. Just go from Just Read Theory to listen to theory, watch theory, engage with it, and you will be so much more tolerable.